When I first started driving, it seemed like bad days were just normal in the trucking world. But after a while, I started realizing that if I had made different decisions at the start of the day or even the night before, they wouldn't have been near as bad. When you start driving a truck, it seems like trucking is just really unpredictable all the time. Some of it is, but a lot of it's not. It comes down to the decisions that we make a lot of times that are gonna determine how our day goes. For example, you stop late the night before, you go to bed late, but then because you're up, I don't know, playing video games, watching TV, doing whatever you're doing. I was bad to go into the truck stop and play video games. So that's before we had all this tech that we could watch it on our phone or whatever. So I would do it sometimes. I would stay up late, and then I would get up late the next morning. Then it was late, late, late every day, later and later and later. It just kept messing you up. Then you get up late and you rush through things like your pre-trip. You don't do it like you should, and then you go down the road and something happens to your truck, and because you missed it. I've done that before. I'm trying to go through this so to encourage you to, maybe plan a little better. Think, about things that you do throughout your day, and even as you stop at night, to make your day better, every day better. But yeah, you get up late and then you rush through pre-trip. You rush and try to get out. Next thing you know, you're like, oh well, wow, I forgot something. I was gonna run in and grab a water, whatever it was, in a store if you're at a store, or you forgot to look at your route, or you forgot to look at the weather. It may be wintertime or springtime whenever we have a lot of storms like we're having now all over the country, and then you run into storms, whether it be snow or ice or tornadoes or just thunderstorms. You just miss a lot of stuff. And then even later down the road, you don't plan out or think or make a bad decision to stop later than you should or not in a good area to get fuel. Some of these fuel stops are a lot easier to get in and out of than others. And the time of day that you get fuel, you could be sitting there 30, 45 minutes getting fuel. You're just wasting more and more time. And it just makes the bad day even worse. And you're just constantly like wasting more time and more time and more time as you go throughout your day. Then whenever you decide to stop at night and then you run a little, oh, I can run a little later and get to this point a little further, but you didn't think to look ahead. There's apps for that, Trucker Path, to see if this place is going to have parking. You get there, there's no parking. Then you start making really bad decisions. You either drive down the road, run out of hours. Now you got safety calling you in the next morning saying, hey, you run out of hours or whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of issues, bad decisions, one after another. That can make a bad day really, really bad. So think about what you're doing even the night before to set yourself up for a good day the next day. Things are going to happen in trucking. We're going to have blowouts, we're going to have breakdowns, we're going to have shippers and receivers that give us issue. We're going to have DOT cops that give us issues. Just there may be a wreck going down the road. There's all types of issues. Don't make it worse on yourself by making bad decisions throughout your day. And as you get more into your career, you'll make better decisions. The planning goes a long ways. Even the night before, and you're like, well, I want to do what I want to do on my time off. You can, but you got to understand that the next day or the next few days is going to be an issue for you. So just remember that whenever you make those decisions at night. The biggest thing I've noticed over time is the more experience you get, the more experience I got as I was going, and even now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I do not wise choices a lot. So I mean, it happens to all of us, but we're all in control of our lives, and try to make the best decision you can. But as you get more experience, it becomes a lot more easy. It just becomes easier and easier all of the time. And once you're start paying more attention, everything's going to go a lot smoother from day to day. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be a lot smoother. So just think about these things. This is just a kind of a every day's not a bad day. It's just comes down to a lot to what we decide to do throughout our day, even starting our day, even the night before. Just think about it. Keep it on your mind. What am I going to do to make set up for the next day to get it to going a lot better, even before you get there. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about some things. A lot of people have been asking about the logbook, the lovely logs that we have to go by, and I'm gonna go over the logbook rules. It's gonna be probably a pretty long video, so whenever it comes out Tuesday, if you see it pop up, you don't have time to watch it, and maybe take some notes, which you can go back and forth. You don't have to just watch it once. You can watch it multiple times if you need to. But I'm gonna go over the logbook rules pretty detailed. I don't want it to sound like a manual, but I'll try to get as detailed as I can. Like talking about split sleepers, break, and just all of the rules. The 14-hour rule, the 8-hour rule. I mean, just all of them that I can pop up, and I'm gonna make a lot of notes myself to make sure I don't miss one. But anyway, I appreciate you watching, and don't forget this Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time, I'm gonna have a live stream going. Thank you, and have a great day.